Day discussing the inclement weather day. As you recall, we were out December 16th, and of course we will have been out 5 days this week. With the budget cut that we had, we actually have reduced the school calendar this year to 176 days, so we cut the 4 emergency days from the school calendar to the end of the year. With that being said, we have no built-in days for inclement weather. Well, we looked at several options. The state may give us a waiver for those days. So when we look at what's best for children and cutting instructional days, if we were to request a waiver and were to be granted that waiver, then we'd be looking at 170 instructional days for students. That's down from 180 instructional days for kids, and I don't feel like that's what is best for the students of Paulding County. We discussed adding minutes onto the day, but with the amount of time that we've missed, again, I don't know that that's the best scenario. So with that being said, we looked at 3 options. Adding days on the end of the school year, making up days during spring break, or making up days during the winter break. There are advantages and disadvantages to all of these situations. None of them will be easy. In looking at it, as far as adding days on to the end of the school year, at that point you're adding days on, past our graduation days, days after we've had our testing. If you look at spring break, some of the same issues is taking away the winter break, but I'll be coming back at the next board meeting, January 25th, with a recommendation to modify the calendar. What we will be looking at, the recommendation will be is to make up those days during the winter break, using all 5 of those days during that break. With that being said, we get our instructional days in prior to the testing, get our days in prior to the graduation test. I realize that families may have plans during that time, but also families may have plans during the spring break or the week after school. We're looking at what's best for students and best instructionally, that we felt like as the leadership team that would be our best scenario. So I want you to be aware of that. And if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer those. I do feel like it's something that we need to start getting out to the public as soon as possible. That's the reason I wanted to mention it tonight. And we will be getting that information out, so that parents can start making plans. Correct.
So that's something that we need to. So how do we handle that?
Yes, we will have to work with individual families. Yes, I think we have to. And I think it doesn't matter if it's in February or April, we're going to run in the same situation. Like you tack it on the end of the year, but then again, you're adding days of instruction on after a lot of our standardized tests. Also, you have Memorial Day that falls the weekend after the last day of school, so.
With regards to being a business, the performance, and the teachers
I don't know that I don't, that's something that we have discussed. I don't know that we can do.
In terms of the waiver, are you pretty confident that they will approve?
There is a state of emergency declared by the governor. I don't know. The other issue concern that I have with the waiver is, one, like I said, my main issue is that we're cutting my instruction. We did 17 days of instruction off this calendar. Also, the other aspect of the waiver is that you'll be looking at teachers, bus drivers, parapros, lunchroom staff losing additional days of pay. We've already hit our staff for 10 days. face that this year. That would be very difficult, and I don't think in addition, if that was another consideration going forward.
In terms of the process, we're talking about this for the next board meeting.
Correct. I'll have to have approval to modify the calendar.
So that's what would be voting on?
Correct.
My only thing is, as far as cancellation, if there's any way we can do this prior to where some people, if we do have plans, we choose to change those plans, if we could give, a lot of times there's a 30-day notice or that kind of thing where you could actually, they might not be out of pocket so much. My thing is not as much about which break you chose, but if we can get it out there as soon as possible, and maybe within 30 days of the first day of that break, I think that would be helpful.
We get the information out. It'll be like we work with the budget. We'll get the information out. So like I said, it will have to be approved by you guys to modify the calendar.
And what I'm saying is, if we have a lot of feedback, if we can even get together and say, let's do this today, so that this would give 30 days. I don't know how many people would be affected by whether it's 30 days or not, like the tickets and that kind of stuff. I just didn't know if that would be a factor for me to vote on it prior to that, to give people more time to try to get their money back.
And, I had thought about it before you guys tonight to vote on it, but then I did not know if you guys needed some time to think about it and just...
I did ask to get an opportunity. You could email us, or me personally, I think I would appreciate it too, what those options are that you discussed.
like I said, it's pretty easy. We can request a waiver. We don't know if we will get it or not. You've got spring break, or you have the week after school. There's no time built into this calendar other than, like the winter break, spring break, or at the end of the
Spring break being April 4th through the 8th, being that Monday through Friday. Or the February break, which is the 21st and 25th, meaning if what you were saying is 30 days notice, then there would have to be a decision today. There's not another, the meeting is scheduled for the 25th, which puts it 4 days shy of 30 days, or a month.
And that may not make a difference, but I was just bringing it up to you.
Yeah, I think what it is, the superintendent saying is he's trying to go and learn from the last time this occurred, and we picked a week, and then from the public saying that this didn't work, and then at the same time they bounced back to saying this. What Ms. Lyons was mentioning is where they had plans here, another group had plans on another week on that springtime, and then at the end of the year, it came back into the question was what he was saying. It was already the testing date's already designated, graduation date's already set, and at this point I don't know what the announcements are as far as ordering and things of that sort. Each one had an argument, legitimate argument that came forward that said, well, it was disruptive. This means that he's putting something out saying that he's going to come and recommend that week. That's leaving him opportunity to have information come to him to sway him one way or the other.
And I will tell you, based on my professional opinion, and I think my staff will agree, we're doing what's in the best interest of students and best interest of instruction. The February break is the best time to make these dates up.
And one last question.